Ah, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. You already know what it is, baby. Instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you notify. Make sure you do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the Good Doc's content. All of my good stuff shall be listed in the links in the description area below. All right, going back to the old school ways. Magandang umaga, magandang gabi, magandang hapon, which depends on wherever you guys are reporting in the world today. Good morning, good evening, and of course, good afternoon. Been a minute since I did it, get a little rusty, but yeah, this one here definitely an instant classic in the making. Okay. All of my good stuff listed in the link in the description there below. Time check a little after 9. This was an impromptu live stream. Didn't plan on coming on tonight, but you know what? I couldn't resist, guys. I could not resist this one. Okay. Foreigners in the Philippines out here sharing the same Filipinas. Let me say that one more time for everybody in the nosebleed section, or for anybody who comes in a little bit later or catches this one on the replay. Foreigners be out here in the Philippines sharing the same Filipinas. My man, what in the world is going on today? Now, if you guys were able to catch the video earlier, you would have heard me go through a spiel about a once upon a time story wherein a foreign Philippine vlogger once slept with the ex of another. Now, unless you've been in the game for a long period of time, many of my newbies are not going to know who I'm talking about. For all my old heads, I'm pretty sure you guys will remember a story similar to this one, fluttering up or, bubbling up a long time ago. Again, no names need to be said. But in that situation, there was a young lady caught in the middle. She was the ex of the first Philippine vlogger and ended up getting caught allegedly getting it in with the other. And it was a whole hot mess and a half, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to talk to you right now about foreigners sharing Filipinas in the Philippines. Now, this is some weird shit. This is weird to me. This is uncommon to me. Okay. I want y'all to understand this shit right here. This this stuff right here is very uncommon to me. So I can remember distinctly spending some time in the country, and once this dude that I knew, he was a foreigner. I knew him. And I was like, all right, I'm talking to him and everything. He's like, hey, Doc. Of course, I wasn't Doc back then. I was just Mike. He's like, Mike, man. He said, yo, I see the girls you be with, or I see the girls around. And he was like, yo, bro, can you hook me up? Right? Sometimes, guys will ask you to hook them up, right? Even in the United States. I mean, that's not uncommon. Somebody hook you up. So I'm thinking, all right, man, maybe my boy could, go for the sister. I'm cool with that. Maybe a cousin, I don't know, auntie, whatever. That's what you thinking. I'm thinking my boy just wants to date a family member of a girl maybe I did or did not mess with, allegedly. That motherfucker asked me to hook him up with the exact girl that I was fucking with. Huh? Back up. Rewind. My man. You don't want a cousin. You don't want a sister. You want the exact same girl that I just had. All the women in the Philippines, if you want the exact same girl that I just had, you're asking me to hook you up with a girl that I just had. Now, I wasn't dating her. I hadn't dealt with her in a while. She wasn't really on my list of things to do in the moment. But I'm thinking to myself, my dude, hell no, I'm not gonna hook you up with her. And some people have been like, Doug, bro, why you being selfish, bro? Why you ain't sharing the wealth, bro? No, no, sir. The reason I'm not is because there's so many options in the Philippines. Why the fuck is we supposed to share the exact same female? Foreigners in the Philippines be doing that shit, and that shit be weirding me out. With all the women in the country, you want something that I just had. Not necessarily my sloppy seconds, because we should definitely put a little bit of respect on these females' names. I mean, let's treat them with some respect. Baby girl was bright enough and willing enough to lay down and become part of the team. So I must put a little bit of respect on her name. So I'm not just gonna sit there and serve her up to the next dude. That shit is uncomfortable for me, let alone for her. So how do you think a girl feels if you ask the dude she just slept with or a guy she was dealing with before in the past? How you think she's supposed to feel if I'm like, hey yo, my boy wanna holler at you? Or my friend over there, he like you, bruh. How uncomfortable is that? How uncomfortable do you think that situation to be for her? Some girls don't care, but a lot of them do, because then it seems as if you're treating them like toss around women. And I mean, like I said, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how you should treat anybody, because that's up to you. I kind of choose to be a gentleman about the way that I handle my situations, and I just don't feel comfortable doing it. But what makes it even more uncomfortable is the fact that your ass is actually asking me to hook you up. I guess I should be happy that you asked me first as opposed to just trying to do it on your own. But at the end of the day, my boy, that shit a little different, bro. That shit a little different for me. I've never been in a situation wherein I've shared a woman with anybody that I can remember. All right. I've never been in a situation wherein either I got with a girl after my boy hooked up with her, or I hooked up with her first and my boy got with them after. I can't remember a situation, especially in a place like the Philippines, because of how abundant the women in the country are. Now, maybe they were asking me or asking somebody because, maybe it's a little bit easier to get in after somebody because they think it's cool, or they think it's an okay thing, or they think that I'm supposed to be okay with it. Maybe I'm the sharing guy. And then when I say, hell nah, man, I can get you something else, everybody want to look at you like, my boy, I want that one. I want that piece you had. She got the fat ass, right? She got the nice good doc. I like what you got. Let me get a piece. Oh, man, no. Don't ask. But foreigners in the Philippines be doing that. I've seen a lot of friendships end over the fact of a female. You see that happening in the United States all the time. I often think how if you had to put it into a situation, friendships and bromances or whatever you want to call it, what would break them up the most? What types of situations break up friendships the most between guys? Females or money? I want to hear your answer in the comment section. I mean, in the chat box. Which types of relationships between friends break down? Do they break down over money, or do they break down more so over women? I'm gonna give y'all the floor for that one. You got money and women. Which one do you think friendships between men they break down the most? Over women or over money? All right, we got 7 in the building, guys. I appreciate y'all locking in. Y'all make sure y'all drop a like. Y'all make sure y'all caress me less and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, most definitely has to have it. If you guys want to support, please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now you're done. Let's go ahead and rock out. My man Casey, what's good with you, bro? Far sight. I see you, my boy. SML, appreciate you coming through. Uh, my man said, ain't no fun unless the homies get some. No, sir. Look, I will hook you up with cousins. I will hook you up with friends all day long. But there ain't no way in hell you going to come after me with, nah, not a good look. JX, what's good with you, man? He said, guys in the U.S. sharing the same women. That's just how the game goes. That's a foreign concept to me, my boy. That is a foreign concept to me. I know it might be cool with other people, but that's a very foreign concept to me. Like, it blew my mind that somebody had the audacity to actually ask me, Doc, hook me up with the same girl you just. No, bitch. I can give you a friend, relative, cousin, anything else. But I'm not gonna do that because now I'm trying to treat this girl like she's a toss around chicken. Like I said, man, I don't know how y'all treat women, but damn it, I try to at least handle my situations with a little bit of respect. And I feel like you being too damn disrespectful to sit there and say, hey, I know we just fucked, right? But you see my boy over there? He trying to get him some too. You gonna hook him up? Come on, man. It just don't sound right. There's no real way or easy way to slide in that particular topic of conversation with a female, man. That's all I'm saying. Just me. Again, I don't know how everybody else handled their situations. I really don't know. I'm just telling you, for me, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable sharing a Filipina at all. Nah, I can't see that. Even if my boy is no longer messing with her in any capacity and she's trying to come onto the boy strong and shit, I don't feel right. I mean, if I ask my boy if it's cool, Maybe I don't know, but still, I'm not gonna blatantly sit there and ask the girl, "Do you want to hook up with my boy?" After she was rocking with me. It just seems like a weird conversation. My man talking about they be treating Filipinos like timeshares. That's fucked up. He said, "Can't come behind Doc. Might fall into that thing. It's so stretched out." Hey man, Doc don't brag about himself, but goddamn boy, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm gonna go for it, man, I'm going balls to the wall, figuratively and literally. Like my man Holloway said, I can't go for that. No, no, yes, exactly. It ain't happening. It's just not okay for me. Like I said, I know cousins, relatives, anybody else under the sun. I got you. Anybody else, I could do that for. But I can't do that. Right? I just can't do that. He said, like the old commercial said, no, 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 my brother. You got to get your own. True that. They got to get their own, man. They got to get their own. You said they fall out over money more than they fall out over women. Shout out to my man, Mr. Diaz. What's good with you, bro? I'm thinking I kind of felt like they fall out more over women than they fall out over money. I don't know what it is about Poonan, man, that be making the boys go crazy. That right there tells you the difference between boys and men. Because you will have situations wherein a woman gets involved, like the prior situation I described to you. All of a sudden, people start getting in their feelings. I don't know. It's people trying to prove who the bigger alpha is, and it just becomes a whole entire situation. And for me, I just can't go for that, bro. I can't. I don't see any positive outcome of you coming after me, big pause, or me coming after you, bigger pause. It just don't seem right. And for me, I'm like, I can't understand why guys would want to do that. But I have heard culturally, maybe in the United States, it's more or less a, all right, we just sharing or we gonna run a train on this girl or some shit like that. But in like the European countries, you'll see guys traveling together, coming from those particular countries, and they'll come to the Philippines and they'll bar find one girl and share that one girl. I'm like, bro, first of all, I know it ain't because you're broke. Like that can't be. That cannot be. But y'all literally gonna share one girl? I see it happen. I'm like, bro, y'all, two of y'all, one of them. That is a horrible ratio, bro. That's too much sausage to the party, my boy. Maybe I'm reading into it wrong. Maybe it's okay for other people. Again, maybe I'm just a stranger to this because it's nothing I've ever been through. Sharing females is something it's a foreign language to me. It's a foreign concept to me, especially in a place like the Philippines where there's so many other women. Why in the world would you want to come in after your boy? But maybe I'm reading into it wrong. Hey, 12 in the building, man. I hope y'all dropping them likes. I appreciate it. He said, there's an overabundance of Philippines. Why in the F do you want to share? My questions and thoughts exactly. There's no legitimate reason why I would want to share anything with y'all. I like y'all. I fucks with y'all hardcore, man. I fucks with y'all hard body. Y'all my people, and when you're my people for life. But I'll tell you straight up, I'm not gonna sit there and gift you somebody I already had. Cause I'm thinking to myself, why would you want it? Why would you want something that's already been ran through? Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that the girls that you're going to get in the country are going to be pristine and that they going to be like it ain't never been touched. I don't know. That's not for me to say, but I'd be damned if I give you something that I've already, had my fun with because it doesn't feel right to me. It's like, damn, that's like, yo, I wore these Jordans, right? What if I had a pair of J's and I balled out of control in them J's? I'm talking about scuff marks. I'm talking about shit just fucked up, right? And then y'all be like, yo, Doc, let me get them J's real quick. You gonna wear them shoes after me after I already fucked them up? I know it's an analogy, but I think you guys pick up what I'm putting down. Like y'all ain't gonna want nothing after I touch it, and I damn sure ain't gonna want nothing after you touched it. Now, the only way humanly possible the only way humanly possible that I find that to be justifiable in any capacity is if we didn't know. How crazy would it be that we did not know that we were actually talking to and or entertaining the exact same female? I don't know. I don't know, my boy. But there are situations wherein I have found out that somebody that was in my inner circle in the past talked to a girl that I linked up with. You know, I've had that happen. I'm thinking to myself, well, damn. Oh, okay, okay. It happened. It ain't nothing you could do about it after it happened. But it's kind of like, my boy, you could have told me this a long time ago. I wish I would have known. But it's different. He said back in the day, money, but dudes these days, women. Exactly, man. I think women break up friendships now between men more than anything. Guys will go to bat for a chick they don't know. Guys will throw hands with another man over a chick they don't know, all because of words. Yes, money can still get your ass kicked, believe me. But now, females all day long, man. Females all day long for me. He said we used to exchange women every week in Germany. It is what it is. Hey, well, if it's a cultural thing, what can I say, man? I can't get in between that. I guess y'all got to be cool with it, but I just feel like Germany and the Philippines, though, bro, that's just different. I kind of feel like we on two different waves. In German, like in some places, you could honestly find a way to justify it. For me only, I'm finding it extremely difficult to justify that in the Philippines. That's all I'm trying to say. Maybe in Germany it's a different vibe. Maybe if I was there, I'd be like, well, now I see why y'all do it that way. But in the Philippines, there's no way in this world I could justify it. There's no way in this world that I could find a way to say, you know what, it's okay for us to share girls in the Philippines, bro. Germany, them some freaks. Okay, like I can tell you right now, I can see how and why you would want to do that, especially because I'm pretty sure zero strings attached. Everybody just trying to get a nut. Everybody just trying to have fun. I'd be pressed to come. Big pause when I say this. I'd be pressed to come after any of y'all motherfuckers. But that's one of the things that be freaking me out, man. Because first of all, I don't know your body count, and I don't know that female's body count. That's what freaks me out more than anything in this world about this whole sharing female shit. I don't know your count, and I don't know her count. So if she's even remotely open and or okay with sharing bodies or getting it in with me and my boy, that just shows me baby girl has no self-respect. I mean, this is kind of how it feels. I'm like, damn girl, you just want to fuck, don't you? You don't care how many bodies you catch tonight, right? I'm like, okay. Yeah. If that's how you want to vibe, literally, I'm walking out the room. Like that's me, man. Maybe I'm just uncomfortable because I'm like, I don't know your count. I don't know my boy's count. And I mean, I don't know how my boy get down like that. It's just kind of like we gotta work. Like I don't know, man. It's gonna be difficult for me to be able to justify it, especially in a place like the Philippines. Maybe if I'm in Germany and I was dealing with chicks in the same rotation, maybe, just maybe, I'd be like, well, okay, maybe, just maybe, I can see how it happened. But I'm like, maybe it's because I'm a younger dude. I don't know, man. Maybe with the way I grew up. I don't know, man. But in my mind, I'm just not seeing a plausible situation where I'd be cool with sharing females in the Philippines or sharing the same Filipina, knowing what I know now, but knowing what I knew back then, knowing that there was a plethora of bad bitches that you could actually get in the country. Why the fuck you want to fuck after me? Or why would I want to bang after you? It's just crazy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yo, 14 in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all drop a like. Doc would highly appreciate that one. Again, if y'all want to support, please feel free to do so. Happy and blessed y'all here with the boy today. Let's go ahead and knock this one out again. This was a surprise live. Excuse me, I did not set this one up in advance, but I'm glad y'all are locking in. King Arthur was good. He said, "Hey, Dr. Mike, sloppy seconds, thirds, or fourths." You know what's funny though? If I didn't know what number I was in the rotation, I wouldn't care. It's kind of weird though. If I didn't know my number, like if I didn't know that you had hooked up with my boys prior, I can't say anything, right? If nothing was said to me and only later on that I find out, that's different. Prime example, high school. Let me take y'all all the way back to when the good doc was just a young little whippersnapper in high school. I liked the hell out of this girl, man. I thought this girl was the world. She was 2 years younger than me. Believe this shit, right? So no, actually, no, yeah, yeah, she was 2 years younger than me. I was a senior, she was a sophomore. I wasn't 18 yet, so we were still good, right? So I was 17 still. So I thought the world of this girl, man. I used to write. This was back when love letters was popping, right? Not sliding in the DMs or getting on social media, nigga. I wrote handwritten letters, right? I used to write handwritten letters back in the day. Shit, crazy, right? So I like this girl a lot, man. I wrote her poems and shit like that. Super simp of the year. I never spent any money on her, but I thought my words were good. But I was super simp of the year. Okay, so what ended up happening was, I come to find out, my boy was like, "Yo, and this is the funniest shit. This is the funniest shit," but it broke my heart at the exact same time. So my boy was like, "Hey," he was like, "Mike." He's like, "Mike, I like that little poem and shit you wrote for old girl." I'm like, "Shit, what the fuck?" I was like, "Yo, how you know about the poem?" How did he know that I wrote it in poem and shit? So, because Doc good with his words and shit back then. So he was like, I was like, "How did you find out about the poem?" I said, "Man, what you talking about?" He was like, "Oh yeah, old girl showed it to me." I said, "What?" He's like, "Yo, Pippin, let me holler at you real quick." And I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Yo, she get around, right? And guys, they just be talking and shit. Everybody got something to say." So she's like, "Yo, oh girl, get around." I said, "What you mean?" She's like, you see my man's over there. He started naming off our friends and stuff." She's like, "We don't all hit that." Broke my heart to pieces, bro. I said, "Fuck." I said, "All y'all?" I said, and I'm thinking baby girl innocent as hell. Like, cause I mean, she's never given off a vibe that would show that she about that life, right? That right there changed my whole perspective on women in general. I'm like, damn, yo, all three of y'all? Like my man Birdman said, all three of y'all? Damn, this is tough. This one tough for me, man. My man said my J's can't have creases. I feel you. Shout out to my man George Woods and my boy Robert Morris. Was good. Definitely women. King Arthur says, Doc, you ain't never pulled a train before? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've never done it before, my boy. That wasn't the group of people I used to hang with, man. Not no trains, man. It's crazy. Now, like I said, knowing what I know now, I can't safely say that I have never had a chick that was had by somebody else. Of course, you can't say no shit like that. But nah, I never pulled a train, man. And if I did, I gotta be first. Like, I don't know y'all like that. I don't know where y'all be. It's weird, man. I just never did it. I know it sounds crazy, Doc. You ain't lived until you pulled a train on a girl, right? No, no, I have lived. I've lived in a place where I've been fucking neck deep in punat, and I'm good with it, right? I know sharing is caring and shit, and I guess if you ever find me in a situation, like honestly, the only person I would ever share with is like my brother or my dad or some shit, like some people I know. You feel me? Like in that case, it may be a little different, but as far as I can remember in my mind, it's never happened that way ever. My brother's always dealt with his girls and, you know, vice versa. So it's just never been that way. Never found myself in that situation. Maybe that's just me. Again, y'all got to understand, man. High school was a whole different environment for somebody like me, man. That's all I can tell you. He said the dramatics used to sing, "Hey, you get off my mountain." Sorry, bro. I just can't have that. There's too many women to choose from. Exactly, man. I don't want you to come after me, and I damn sure don't want to come after you. Big pause. All right. Super duper big pause. Anyways, man, we got 15 in the building, man. I appreciate all 15 of y'all, 18 of y'all, 20 of y'all. I don't know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all locking in. Y'all know the rules, man. Y'all make sure y'all can rest and bless and stretch yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, most definitely has to have it. Again, if you guys want to support, please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now and then, back to our regularly scheduled program. And yo, all my shit description area below. If you don't know, ebooks, Patreon, it's all there. All right. My man says, Doc, I remember you saying one time that when you get with a Filipino, you got to do it like you're doing it for TV. He said, if I'm putting it down like that, there ain't no ever chance for you or anyone else. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Doc means you remember that story? Yeah, man. I live by a code, and it's just an internal code, my boy. And I think every man should have this internal code within them. I'm proving a point. The first time out, man, like my first time up to bat, I'm here to prove a point. And when Doc's here to prove a point, you best believe, man, there ain't no half ass in there. I want to wear that ass out. With all due respect, ladies, don't ever get it twisted. This is coming from a man of respect. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I just love that song. That was Heavy D, I think. Anyway, but when I come through, bro, I'm coming through to prove a point. I'm not gonna half-ass it on you, love. I'm gonna give it all she's got, Captain. And that's just the way it's supposed to be, man. The first up to bat gotta goddamn knock them walls out. You have got to be there to prove a point. Doing it like you doing it for TV, please believe. Like I'm creating a porno, all kinds of shit. You gotta go for it, man. You can't half-ass it. That's just the way I think. Cause I promise you, if you give it all she's got, Captain, she ain't gonna never forget you. And they keep them coming back. It does. You go as hard as you can, my boy. You keep him coming back. Keep him in the fold. Gotta do right, man. Gotta do right, or your ass get left. If you don't do them right, your ass will get left. Bars. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Germany house party is a different level. He said I've partied. I believe it. Like I said, if I was in Germany and I was able to scope the scene and know the vibe, who knows? Maybe I'd be game then. But in the Philippines, I can't justify it at all. You feel me? Yo, 21 in the building, man. Make sure y'all dropping them likes, man. Don't leave the boy hanging. Y'all know what it is, man. Likes are free. All right. They don't cost you anything. They're damn sure mandatory, but they're free. You know? Support and all that other shit is optional, but them likes, make sure you drop them. Several associates were upset with me because they wanted the same young lady that you dated, especially those pretty Puerto Ricans. Boy, them Puerto Ricans, boy. Do not get me started on Puerto Ricans. Them Latino women in general, that shit changed the game for a lot of people. He said, we all or most of us did some wild things when we were young. I believe it. I believe it. My wild shit just didn't include running trains. I honestly can't recollect or recall a moment. I'm getting old now. Maybe I missed one, but I cannot recall a moment wherein I was ever involved in some train running. Like I said, when I found out that baby girl got ran through by three of my boys, and I'm over here writing love letters and shit, I'm like, I don't even know what to say to myself after that, man. Is it embarrassing? Kinda. But I was young. I can justify it now. But back then, I was heartbroken like a motherfucker. He said, not getting all the dime pieces and leaving the two for profits of girls for the homies. Hey, man, every girl I ever known in the past always had at least one pretty cousin or sister. I can't. There was just actually, to be honest with you, there was just never nobody around to to get the sisters. You feel me? To get the cousins. There was never anybody around. Like I said, when you're running and playing in a playground by yourself, you got the whole sandbox to yourself, my boy. What am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna play in that bitch, and it's life. It is what it is. There's nothing wrong with sloppy seconds. I live in the real world. Again, if you don't, if I am unaware that anybody ever came before me, and likely there's gonna be a lot of those situations, yes, I can see that. I mean, if it's not something that comes to light in that regard, I can see that. That's cool. Like I said, I can't say that I see anything wrong with it. I've just never personally found myself in a situation where I can say, yo, this dude passed this girl on to me so that I can get it, or I pass that girl on to another dude so that he can hit it. And in any regard, you would probably be describing a situation that would probably be describing a girl that works and is about that life. You know, a girl that works in the industry. You would probably find those particular situations and stories to be more often fact than not. So I can't say that. What do you mean some twos and threes? I what in reference to how ugly they were? Twos and threes, you gotta do that one. He said I pulled a train in Germany, red light different. It was awkward, but it was okay. Like I said, man, I can't deal with those awkward moments. Doc is not cut out for awkwardness, man. Shit weird to me. Right? I can't look. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Ain't no way in this world. I'm gonna be able. I see. Here's the thing with me. I can't look my boys in the face the same after you shared the same girl. Like if there is in any capacity where the swords touch, Doc done lost his mind, bruh. I can't have those moments, right? Because some girls be about that life. I had one girl honestly request that her and my boy and me do something. I said, no, it's not happening. Not happening. I told my boy about it years later. He got mad at me because I know he wanted it, but she was like, "Yo, I want you and your friend." I said, "Huh? No." I told her straight up. I was like, "Nah, that's not gonna happen." I said, "I can't do that." And it's not because I'm selfish or anything like that. It's just that it's just a weird vibe, man. Once you share, just not when you share a chick, but if you like at the same time and your sword touch, man, it's just weird. Like, bro, I can't look at you the same after that. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. It ain't the same for me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a choir boy, vanilla, cut from a different cloth type of dude. But I done some shit, man. I just didn't have nobody else around to like verify that shit. It's just weird. He said, a friend of mine and his homeboy double teamed the chick. Ain't no way I'm naked in front of my homeboy. There you go, man. I'm telling you, if our swords touch, bro, I can't look at you the same no, but I can't. I can't look at you the same no more. Like, boy, my boy, I saw your shit. You saw mine, man. It's weird. Like, we don't just be walking around with our dicks just swinging in front of each other on a regular basis, man. That shit awkward. Not happening. No. No, sir. Jay, it was horrible, man. It was fucking sad. It was sad. My man said she was getting her back blown out and her whole shit realigned while she was reading my poem to my homeboy. He's like, yo, you wrote me this poem. Oh, that's sad. Just thinking about it hurts my shit, man. Oh, that shit hurt my shit. That shit make my stomach hurt just thinking about it. And that was fucking damn near 10 plus years ago, 15 plus years ago. That shit still make my stomach hurt. Ah, fuck me, man. I can't believe I let that happen. Shout out to my boy, man. What's good with you, man? He said, my girl is mine, and hell no, I don't want to share. Call me selfish, but come near what's mine, and we got some issues. I kind of feel the exact same way about the mean one. Like I said, bro, like, nah, I can't do that. Can't do that. This ain't no fucking toss up free for all type shit. Uh-uh. 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 No, sir. Can't do it. Not happening. Not on my watch. I don't even want to hear about what you do after she's no longer with me. I don't even want to hear that shit. Just if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm not expecting her not to sleep with somebody if we dead it and we end it. But that's just some shit I don't want to hear about. Don't ask me about it. My man says, check this out. Before I dated my ex-wife, I dated a friend. Her friend passed me to her because she really liked me. You know what? I don't even know why that situation is. Well, damn. But how do you no, like dead ass though? How do you feel about that? How do you feel that you were the toss around dude? With all due respect, how do you feel that you were the guy that got bounced around between females? Personally, it probably wouldn't hurt my feelings, but the real thing is about it all is, yo, I smashed or I fucked you because I wanted you, right? But she like, you know what? I think you'll be better suited for my sister. You know what? I don't know if that'll make you feel away, but I'd think twice about it. Like, well, damn, maybe I wouldn't think too much into it, but I can damn sure see myself thinking about it. Like, damn, you just passed me off like I wasn't shit. That kind of made me feel away just a little bit, not a lot of bit, baby girl, just a little bit. But he said, "How many you got on the team, Doc?" I plead the fifth. Okay, don't ask me that question out in public. We don't know who be listening. I got ears everywhere, my boy. Doc, don't talk about that. Doc, don't talk about that in public, man. Shit. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I'm gonna plead the motherfucking fifth on that one. If you know, then you know. He said my wild shit had nothing to do with anyone else but me. I do my dirt by myself. Yes, Doc is a solo traveler for a reason, man. I can't be out here trying to share females. I'm sorry, share females with my boys and shit. It just don't feel right. It doesn't. There is nothing about that situation, especially in a place like the Philippines, where I can justify that shit ever happening. And again, maybe in Germany it's different. Maybe if I was amongst them German girls and I was with my boys and shit, and they'd be like, "Yo, man, I hit that. You want to hit it too?" Maybe. I don't know, man. It depends on the moment. Maybe that'd be different. In the Philippines, no go. Mm-mm. No go at all. Yo, 22 in the building, man. Appreciate y'all locking in. Y'all know the rules, man. Y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, most definitely has to have it. You guys want to support the good doc in any capacity, please, please, please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now you're on this. He says you need to share You don't share, they will leave you. If you share, she will think you love her. I've never heard that logic, man, but hey, it is what it is, man. If you believe that, I'm not gonna argue with your beliefs, man. Out of sight, out of mind, my boy. You know what it is. Don't ask me questions like that in public, man. Got my collar, got me sweating a little bit. You're gonna make me answer some hard questions. I ain't ready for them yet. But again, I'll always plead the fifth. Y'all know better than that. He said, "You must have been a Steve Urkel in your younger days." Oh yeah, man, super nerd, super nerd. I'll tell you, shit, hell yeah. Doc was a nerd. We talking about a 3.69 GPA, my boy. A and B honor roll on the regular. Corny, yeah, kind of corny. But I had an older brother, right? My older brother was only 2 years ahead of me, so my boy he always had my back, so he always kept me around the cool kids. But in fairness, I came into my own when I was in the Philippines. But I can't sit there and say that I didn't get any before I left the United States because I did. Right? It was enough, not a lot. Not running trains and not dealing with parties and shit like that because I wasn't a party type of guy. Like I said, like my man Casey said, I was more on my solo mission ish. Why you see your boy in there writing poems and shit? You know how long that damn poem was? That shit made my hand hurt. I wrote it. It was handwritten, pencil. I was getting it. It wasn't the cool thing to do. But yes, I was on my Steve Urkel ish. I was an AB honor roll student, 3.69 GPA. Yeah, boy was getting it. All right. I was one of them smart kids, those smart motherfuckers. But it is what it is. I don't know whose birthday it is tomorrow, but if it's your birthday, big salute to you. Happy birthday, my boy. Said I have another one. My ex-wife's father dated his son's wife while he was in jail and got her pregnant. They're still together after 14 years. God damn, man. I'm in the wrong. See, this family sharing shit, this shit a little weird for me. you know, I'm just used to everybody getting their own. And if you want to brag about it to your brother, to your father and shit, you be like, hey, check this pitch out. That's it. That's me right there. Like, I'm never. I, I don't know, my boy. It's just weird. You feel me? He said, "See, I'm Muslim. These women want to share anything. It's me and me alone." My boy, that's what I feel, man. If they gonna share, motherfucker, it's gonna be me, and I'm with it. Like I can't see myself sharing females like that. I mean, sharing, yeah, I can't share females, man, like that. Again, if something happened and your boy is unaware that somebody else got to it before me or after me, like my man said, out of sight, out of mind. I ain't worried about it then. But you know, if it comes out that she did sleep with my boy and we together like in a relationship and shit like that, I don't know how I'd feel. I think I'd probably break it off though. So I'm like, well, damn, man, I don't feel comfortable. Now I done lost all levels of comfortability. I done lost all levels of comfortability at that point. Then again, like I said, man, I do what I can. I try to stay out of trouble. You know, I guess that was the way I stayed out of trouble. Man. He said, Dr. Bug, you must have never been to a swing party. I know about them. I've never been, man. That's that European shit right there. Swing parties, man. That's the Europe. That is definitely that European shit. Dude, I'm not about to hang out with my wang out in front of a bunch of dudes, man. If we in a room and some chick come into the room and we get it in a different, but I'm not about to share no bitches in front of me. Like I'm telling you, I'm not crossing anybody's sword, bro. I'm just weird like that. Call me what you want to. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't want to be naked in front of no dude. What kind of shit is that? Now I respect everybody's choice to get involved in whatever kinky shit you got going on in your life. I'm a Christian, goddammit. We don't do things like that, man. My man says I passed this bi chick to my gay homegirl before. He said it ain't nothing. You can easily find somebody to get with somebody. He said I was bounced around to a hotter chick. Hey man, it is what it is. If you stepped up and leveled your game up, that's funny. that's funny. But I'm like, damn, the sister though, damn. Hey, as long as she looked better, I guess. But you know what's funny though? She's always gonna have it over her sister, even though she married you. The other sister did. The other sister gonna be like, I fucked them first or some shit. She's always gonna have that mental thought. Because if she thinks like we do as men, hell, I got it first. So why the fuck do I care that you married? You know? I said, my man says first rule about the team: don't speak about the team. Say that one more time for all of my brothers in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, first rule about the team is we do not talk about the team. Ladies and gentlemen, plead the fifth every day of your life. All right? Plead the fifth like I do. Because ain't no way in this world I'm talking. Not happening. Not happening. Who's that? Who? Who's Ruth? Who that? I'm lost. Do I pump iron, man? Doc try to stay in the gym. I do more push-ups than I need to, man. Your boy lazy as hell. I'm getting better though. I'm trying to work on it. Mike G, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate you coming through. He said, I thought you was a player. You see, there's a different way to describe what a player is, my boy. Um, did I play the game? Yes. But I was always a man on a solo mission, man. I wasn't out here in these streets trying to cross swords with my boys, man. What part of being a player does that actually confine me to? Because I've never crossed swords with my boys. That's weird. I can't stand naked in front of my boys. That's weird to me. I don't think that's player like. I always thought players were guys who got with a decent amount of females. And if you want to think that the amount of women that I got while I was in the Philippines was decent, I'll never tell you the number. The number will die with me. But because I don't even know the fucking number. but if you want to believe that, that's perfectly fine. And I'll let you believe whatever that number is in your head. That number can be anywhere between five plus or one plus. At least you know I got one. At least you know I got one. And if you want to believe that the good doc only got with one and that makes me a player, hey, good to go. Because again, the number will live and die with me. All right. But yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I can't see myself being a player. I used to get scared of like fucking getting girls pregnant and catching something. That always freaked me out. So that kind of stopped me a lot too. But I'm human. I'm weird like that, I guess, man. Shout out to the 19 of y'all who decided to show up. Appreciate y'all locking in, man. Y'all know the rules, man. Y'all make sure you drop a like. You want to support? Feel free. But let's lock in. My man says, Doc, you a lame. He said, I had swinging parties in the U.S., let alone overseas. Hey, man, y'all do y'all thing, man. If you want to cross swords with your boys, man, I'm good. It's just not for me, man. It is what it is. I'm good. I'm good. I'll let that happen. Scott, what's good with you, man? Fairly new to the channel. Welcome yourself to the team. Appreciate you coming through. He says you are young. Is your goal to retire in the Philippines? Eventually, yes. The Philippines will likely be a place that I call home. I lived there for 10 years prior to this day today. Like, so yeah, it will be one day I will call home. I'll be the biggest lame ever, bro. It's all good to me. He said, Doc, the Europeans are definitely different. The more east you go in Europe, it's more fun. Bratislava is where it's at. Most European G holes and PFs are from Bratislava. Like I said, man, I might lose my whole mind when I go over to Europe. I can't even call it. I'm just saying right now, speaking from the Philippines, because of the abundant nature of the females there, it's kind of like, yeah, kind of like for me, I don't see a reason why we have to. That's all it is. That's all it is. I just don't see a reason why we have to. mm, I don't see a reason why we got to. He said, I dated two sisters my first couple of years. Oh, man, Filipinas don't mind sharing you as the guy. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the girl sharing you, dumb man. I could care less. Now, if a girl wants to share me with her friend group, that's absolutely okay with me. Doc will service the crew like he's supposed to. Again, on board, all aboard. Let's get it. I don't mind that. But what I do mind is me and my boy sharing one female, right? Two swords, one hole. Like it's like playing javelin or some shit, and we both trying to hit the mark. No, hell no, no, nigga, no, 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 no. If a girl wants to pass me on to their homegirls, I don't complain. It's all good. Maybe they believe in sharing this caring, but the good doc, Dr. Mike TV, I am not literally, depending on the relationship status or whatever it is that I have with the female, I am in no capacity or in any way okay with the idea of me taking this girl and literally saying, hey, you know what you about to do? You gonna fuck my homeboy here. you know? I mean, not when there's so many females to actually involve themselves with. You know what it is, man. I'm here. Shout out to my man Zerv. I see you, bro. Katie, I'm a lame too, man. Doc is big lame. Big lame over here, bro. I'll take it every day. You say Europe is not on my bucket list. West is not the move. Hey, it's not the move for everybody either. Like I said, the vibe in Europe could completely be different. It's a different mind state, a different way of, getting it in. But for me, and me only, like I said, man, I only speak for myself. Every other gentleman in the chat as we speak right now has every right to speak for themselves and how they personally feel. If you cool with sharing females, hey, do your thing. If you're cool with running trains on females, hey, do your thing. If you're cool with swapping swords with your homeboys, hey, do what you do. Doc over here, hey, one sword in the room at a time, okay? One sword in the room at a time. And it's the big sword, not the little sword, right? So it's gonna be the big sword in the room at the top. All right. So nah, I just don't feel it, man. It's not for me. Not for me. Right. And like I said, if you got with my boy before me and I didn't know about it until after we did anything, what can I say? Like fuck, it already happened now. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. My man says, "Can I ask your advice? I was in love with a great girl, but it was her." I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to laugh. You were in love with a young lady, but she kind of smelled a little down there. I regret it, but it's over now. Was there any way to fix that? There are some home remedies, Scott, that I do believe could help that out. Um, I understand your sentiments whenever it happens. It's kind of like, man, I can't keep it because this shit is just not cool. I got you. I feel you. Um, there's always something you can do. I mean, but then again, you got to understand your young lady's chemical makeup. It has nothing to do with her being dirty or anything like that. Sometimes it's just the way of her chemical makeup. I've dealt with young ladies before, wherein I can tell you right now, wherein if you were dealing with them for a period of time, let's say for one, maybe you guys got it in a couple times, and then on the third time, it's like, God damn, right? Because you weren't expecting it, because it's never, giving off that odor, like you're saying, happened with your young lady. Again, if it was something that developed over time, it can definitely be fixed. Because sometimes it's just body chemical makeup and all of that stuff. So there's always a way to fix it. I personally can't tell you what it is because everybody's body is different. Sometimes feminine wash doesn't work because sometimes that ish is just made with chemicals that kind of make it worse. Um, but yeah, there's always a remedy. You would just have to be willing to try them, or at least get her to try them. That's all. That's all. But yeah, I feel you, man. It sucks. Is there any way to fix it? I'm sure there was, but you just have to look into your home. You got to look into the remedy. Google, man. Google is amazing. Google would probably tell you everything you need to do. My man says, I'm looking for tan melanated women and have absolutely no business in Europe. I don't think you're going to find what you're looking for in Europe, but hey, it is what it is. My man says, you run train on people you don't know. That is okay. Damn, if you can smell it through her clothes, yes, sir, you might need to handle that. Like, if it only comes out whenever you guys are getting it in, and yeah, maybe that. But if you can smell it through her clothes, though, that's tough, my boy. She need to do something immediately. I kind of probably would have broke up with her too, though. I ain't gonna be on. I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes there's certain things I can deal with, but that's not one of them. You gotta be able to handle that. We got to get a handle on that immediately, because if we don't, that's a problem. You probably should have took her to the doctor and seen if there was something going on down there. I think it probably would have been in your best interest to take her to the doctor and see what the doctor says. Pay the 500 pesos for the dude to go down there exploring in your young lady's lady parts and figure out what the problem is. That's what I would do. He said, "You don't have to touch swords, just enjoy the ride." I kind of feel like sometimes the swords are gonna touch eventually. I feel like the swords will eventually touch. I'm just saying. I am being a bit dramatic, but it is what it is. He says, looking up glow in the dark condoms since from the movie Skin Deep on YouTube. You doing the most, man. He says, Dr. Mike, I'm an older OG and I love to get my freak on. You do what you do. Maybe when I'm older, I don't give a fuck either, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I doubt it, but yeah, it's okay. You gotta stick it out, man, and take it for the team, my boy. Eventually, you'll figure it out. I mean, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to deal with. That's one thing I can honestly tell you. It's definitely a struggle, especially when you're dealing with somebody that you really like. But unfortunately, you realize that although you like it, it's just not meant for you because if you got to plug your nose to actually get right, that's a problem, man. How can you enjoy yourself? You got to like fucking plug your nose 24/7. My man said, "How many, how many chapters is in my Doobie-Loo? You mean the Bootyloo? Yeah, you probably can't type that one out in the chat. Yeah, it's 8 or 9 chapters, 8 or 9 legit chapters. You should check it out, man. It's one of my best books, man. That one and the prescription for foreigners interested in Philippines. Yeah, that's it. Those two. My bad. Anyways, he said when I was in South Korea, I had 2 Filipino girlfriends, and they were both cousins. The only reason I dated her cousin was because her cousin's boyfriend called me the N word. Hey, that's fighting words, man. I'm gonna take your bitch too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna take your chick too. Mm. Rather than me fight you, I'll just go for your girl, man. I would do it that way too. Why I'm gonna fight you, bro? I'll take your chick. Period. Salt and vinegar water should do the trick. If you like to, y'all are too much, man. I can't with y'all today. You know what? Let me take that off there for you to be like, my boy, you are doing the most. The art of fighting without fighting. Oh yeah. If a girl's boyfriend calls you names, I'd go for his bitch too. There's no reason to fight it. My man said it wasn't the eating, it was that it took 2 days to get the smell off the sword. God damn, bro. That's tough, man. Yeah, I think I'd have to call it. But if you want to stick it out, man, you should have tried to Google home remedies immediately. Like that salt and vinegar water, man. That sounds like a play. It sounds like something that would really do the trick. Because we trying to help you, man. Because that sounds horrible. And I'm sorry that you as a man had to deal with that. But again, the things you do for the women you care the most about, right? You're gonna want to not want to just give up on it because it don't necessarily hit right. But I don't know, man. It's all about the money. Money, money, money. Anyways, guys, what we got 16 in the building, man. I appreciate all 16 of y'all locking in. Y'all know the rules, man. I appreciate you spending some time with the good doc today. Unless y'all got anything else to say, I will gladly let y'all go on about your business. Appreciate y'all locking in. Great conversation. Maybe I'm one of very few people in the world that actually cares not to share, but a lot of people will look at sharing as if it was caring. How do you bring it up to her about it not smelling too right? I wouldn't even bring it up. I'd bring the remedy that I found online and tell her, baby, next time you shower, use this. I'll just tell her to use it. I mean, ain't nothing to really bring up. You don't have to sit there and have a full blown conversation about it. Cause I think it starts to get more weird for the guy than it does for the girl to sit there and be like, yo, babe, I want to have this conversation about how bad your punans stink. You feel me? Just tell her next time you next time you take a shower, use this. That's what I tell her. Chosen one, I just might try a little bit of fun. Maybe as I get older and I stop caring. I think I always cared too much, man. I always cared too much. All right. I get it. Maybe one day we'll figure it out. But until that time, I'm gonna remain selfish. All right. Again, like I said, I don't know. We'll have to see how the game goes. All right. Like I said, guys, appreciate y'all locking in. Appreciate you guys spending some time with the boy today. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. You already know what to do if you did. All right. Y'all know what time it is. Time for the good night to go and get to getting. With that being said, good dog is officially out. I at least knuckle by alarm, which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Bye bye. Peace.